Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another exciting, information-packed, and insightful episode from the Jello Corp Group. Today, I have an extremely special guest who hasn't made an appearance as of yet. And I'm going to hand over the mic so that she can introduce herself, because we're going to be focused on the elements that people love, that people hate, that people find interesting about coming to South Africa to work here, to study here. I think we're going to have a really, really great time getting a lot of these insights. I'm going to hand over the mic to our guest, and she's going to introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lenny. I'm from China. As Alan said, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm from China, and I came to South Africa almost 4 years. I was studying in the beginning, and I love South Africa. Since I came here, I haven't back to China yet. But good news, I'm gonna back to China next Jan. Hey, Alan. So, you know me for a while. Tell me, what kind of person I am, you think? Give me some words.
Lenny. Putting me on the spot. Well, we have known each other for a while. And I think this is almost more than 4 months more than 4 or 5 months. My first impression of you is you were very reserved sometimes. But once I got to know you, you were probably one of the funniest people I have ever met. Your humor is great. And you're also one heck of a singer. We had a karaoke night. And it was wonderful. It was spectacular. You have some of the best singing skills I have ever heard.
I'm so happy you like my Chinese style rock music. I still remember you were dancing like a crazy person, which is amazing, you know. If I have to describe myself, I would say I am a funny person. And sometimes I can be very serious, you know, when I face to maybe study, to work, I can be very, very serious. But most of the time, I'm just like a funny dude. So what's next topic, Alan? Tell me. You're my captain now.
Well, Lenny, that's a fantastic question. So I have a very specific question about you. I know that you're from China, but I would like to know exactly where from China are you? You know, and what's the weather there like? It's quite hot here, extremely hot. We get very hot, rainy days during this period. Is home like that for you? What's it like? What's the weather like?
Okay, Alan. My hometown is frozen in winter and hot in summer. So it's very different. My hometown is like a typical 4-season weather, like spring, summer, fall, and winter. I'm from North China. It's close to Beijing. I think it's easier for other people to understand what the direction I'm from in China. As a north place, we have winter and we have a sauna culture, and we like eat hot pot in winter because it keeps us warm. And in my hometown, we're also famous for drinking alcohol in winter. So I know it sounds a little bit like Russian, but it's not. We are not crazy as Russian. Oh, okay, Lenny, a little bit judgmental. All right, apologize. Okay.
Honestly, sometimes, it's funny that you mention Russia, because you do give me that demeanor, that vibe. You're always very, and you are very serious at times, but you can be very fun when you don't need to be serious. It is very Russian of you, but I have never seen you drink vodka, so that's a little disappointing. Oh no. That was great. I'm so glad that I'm finding out all about you, and that the audience is finding out a lot more about you. And for people who are coming from abroad, especially China, to South Africa, they'll be able to learn and get an insight of what it's like here. So that is going to be my next question. When you first came to South Africa and you said you've been here about 4 years, what are some of the things that you loved? What are some of the things that you liked? And then we'll talk about what you didn't like later. But right now, I want to know what you loved, what you still love, and why you haven't gone home. Is it because you love this place so much?
Hey, Alan, you know I like gin. It seems strong as vodka. So, okay, I'm gonna answer your question. I love South Africa the most is people. People here are extremely friendly compared to Asia countries. Like, my first culture shock here was, when I walking in South Africa street, I don't know everyone, but everyone will greeting to me, say hello, how are you? They just try to be very friendly. And in the beginning, I don't know how to reply. Like, I don't know, should I say hello back, or I was like, what I should to do. But now I realize, okay, people here are nice. They like greeting people, and I should greet him back. That's what I learned, and also what I love the most.
Oh, wow. That is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that, South Africa can fill you up with warmth, and not just the weather, but the people too. I'm so, so glad. What else do you like about South Africa?
What else? So many. Another one which make me very excited and, like people here can dance. I love dancing, but no one dance in China. Even in the club, people usually just holding a cocktail or a beer and sitting on their table. They don't even stand up or moving their hands. So I love South Africa people because people can dance, and I love dancing, around people, feel the energy. That's what I like as well. Another thing is the pre-drink. Also a new thing for me. Pre-drink. Like before club, my South African friends took me like, hey Lenny, let's go my house. Let's have pre-drink. I was like, what's the pre-drink? And they said, no, Lenny, because we can drink a lot. We have to do pre-drink before the club. Otherwise, we're spending too much money. I was like, okay. And then I joined. It was fantastic. And we got a little bit tipsy, and then we go to club, and then we dancing, everything just all right. And just amazing, South Africa, like a magic place, make me want to stay, as long as I can. Of course, I will visit my family, but South Africa, from my perspective, it already became like my second hometown in my mind.
I'm so glad that you found home here. That makes me very, very happy. And, I see you most days in the office, and I can tell that you really like it here. I can tell that you've really embraced the culture. And that's so fascinating for everyone that works around you, everyone that meets you. It's great that you've broken away from the typical stereotype of South Africa is no fun or South Africa is no good. I'm really, really glad. So tell me, before we move into things that you don't like, what are a couple of other things that you like, that you love, that you find fantastic?
Yeah, so many. Like, I'm gonna talk about the weather and the nature here. It's so beautiful. Like, I went to Cape Town. I have seen the ocean and the beach. Unfortunately, I didn't become even 10. I don't need to. And I also like Durban ocean as well. The Cape Town ocean is cold water, and in Durban it's warm. And except the ocean, I also like Kruger Park. Like, I love animals. My favorite animals is elephant. They are so big, and for some reason, when I look at the animal, especially elephants, they look like they have a soul in their body. This is very unique for me because in China, you don't see a lot of wild animals, and I appreciate that. And besides the weather and nature, I also like South Africa wine. I have been to wine farms, and I also have been to some cheese farms and chocolate farms. So it's so many farms. I'm a farm girl, to be honest. I'm a countryside girl. As you know, I like countryside music. So yeah, that's feel like maybe one day I will become a South Africa countryside call girl. Okay.
I think that all of the things that you've said, I resonate with too. I love all of those things. I love the oceans. I love the wine. I love the cheese. I love chocolate. And we definitely have some of the best of all of those things within South Africa. And now that we have gotten to know you, we've gotten to know some of your journey in South Africa, where you're from, what you love, and your perspective on some of these things. What are some of the things that you haven't liked so much about South Africa?
Okay, Alan. Before I talk about what I hate, I also want to mention I love South Africa beef. The steak, the bottom, everything. I love beef. I feel maybe for those years I already have ate maybe 3 cows. Or I don't know how many cattle I eat. So sorry, but I do love the steaks. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna answer your question. What I hate, not hate. Like I would say, make me a little bit uncomfortable. First, load shedding is like we don't experience in China. Load shedding is like no one will thinking, oh, I go home tonight and I don't have power. I can't use Wi-Fi. I don't have lights. So it's quite new to me, but now I used to it. I even found load shedding is quite interesting. I can sleep well. No, no Wi-Fi, no internet. Just make me feel like I'm in the nature. I'm like a very healthy human being mindset. Okay, why keep talking I like here? Okay, I'm gonna tell something I hate. Okay, the crimes. The South Africa, especially Joburg, can be very dangerous sometimes. So as a single woman, you have to be safe. Like you have to be careful what area you shouldn't go, what area you should be alone. This thing we have to be aware of. And another thing I don't like is, can I say this? No one will catch me in the jail. The government is really slow here. I'm sorry. It's really slow. And they are working just very slow. Living in South Africa, you have to be very patient. You know what I'm saying, Alan?
I know exactly what you mean. And, you have given an all-around determination or an all-around perspective on the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly about South Africa. And I hope that this can, impact people who are coming to South Africa for the first time, especially people who are coming to South Africa through our beautiful organization, Jello Corp. I'm going to end it here. I'm sure that we'll catch Lenny in a future episode. Lenny, do you have any other last remarks, any last words? And also, where can people find you?
Oh, what I can say for the ending of this, maybe what day of today? Anyway, it's close to Friday, so I hope you guys can be always happy and always positive and always feel Friday is closer, enjoy your weekend and holiday. So that's it. If you want to find me, you can Google me in LinkedIn. My name is Lenny Ye. So that's it. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast, Lenny. We really, really appreciate you. And until next time, to all our lovely listeners, cheers.